picked the right time with the wrong guy. Welcome to the Bay One Entertainment Podcast. It was just done good on take two.
Yeah, I actually liked it better
Welcome
the
to the
second time.
ZoomCast and the Hadcast, the Zoom Hadcast. We are your hosts. I am Philip Beavers.
I'm Nick Bradshaw.
I'm Kevin Moore.
And you know what? We're on Zoom because New York property sucks dick and our fucking office is fucked up, so we couldn't do it. So we're all at home because we didn't want to take all the cameras everywhere for no reason.
Yeah, you know what's really a fun fact about Brooklyn? Half of these houses have wires that are actually about to cause the entire building to burn down.
Wait a second,
just
I'm goated.
fucked.
Yeah.
Goated?
Also,
Wait.
yeah, Spill is also goaded. This
Since when
happens
have you
to
been goated?
another all the time.
Wait, I'm
But
goated.
this literally happened to the building on the corner of Lorimer. That building exploded because of wiring.
Oh, the one above the subway
Above the
station.
Grand Street station.
Yeah,
or Graham
100%.
Ave station.
That
You know,
was
that was
fucking
literally because of
crazy.
wires too. That's a few blocks away from our office.
Yeah, it was pretty
That
fucked.
is, it was all over the news and was just another reason for the L to be delayed, which, I mean, it could just be too windy at this point.
The L
Yeah.
is perpetually delayed though.
The L woke
There's
up
always
and
something
kinda,
going on. When we first moved there in 2019, actually back in 2018, they were like, just so you guys know, the L is about to be super fucked up and
That's-
barely working. And then we moved there a year later and they were like, all right, now it's about to be fucked up. And then they said, fuck it, because COVID happened. They were like, we'll just kind of do it now.
Whatever.
And they fixed everything in like 8 months when no one was using the L, and then the L didn't have to shut down for like 3 years.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
fucked up because it's exploding.
And it's
so they
still
didn't fix
fucked up.
everything.
Oh wait, is the wait is the that's not the also the same also in New York explosion that happened in Brownsville? Was that also the L line or is that another
No, I
line?
think that's different, right?
I think that's a different
Everything's
thing.
fucking exploding in New York. I don't know what's what anymore.
I think
I
that
mean, speaking
is
of
a separate
exploding news,
explosion.
dude, fucking Mayor Adams, they're gonna drop the federal charges against him because the DOJ told them to. Because he told
Awesome.
Trump that he wouldn't implement a bunch of shit if he got him out of jail or got him out of like his case, and he did. They told the federal prosecutors to drop the cases.
I love when
That's
politicians are so
Bro
when
got
back
away
alley
with it.
deals
Bro
are
got
so
away with it.
obvious.
Bro, straight up
Yeah,
got
it's
away with it.
pretty. That's just way too clear. It's crazy.
Yeah, and for a reminder of everybody who may have forgot the Eric Adam charges, he took money from a foreign government during his election campaign and was helping
Yeah.
them out as well. That foreign government
Yeah.
is Turkey.
Turkey.
Albania?
Fuck the
Turkey?
Turkish.
Oh, no, I think it is
fucking Spit
Albania.
on you.
Is it Turkey or Albania?
One of the two. I'm
It was
pretty sure.
Turkey.
I feel like it's Turkey.
It
But I
wasn't
can't remember.
Albania. Maybe it wasn't Turkey. Maybe either way, I spit on Turkey. But
Either way, I like eat the turkey. I
How do
eat
we
it.
know it wasn't
Yum,
roast
yum.
beef? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
I'm
Nick,
saying-
that's
you
a
should
good
probably
point.
leave the call. Nick, can you stay after class for me, please?
Oh, can I log off for you? Yeah, I'll start doing that right now.
Yeah,
I can
please.
go ahead and do that. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can go ahead and do that.
Got a model
Well, you know what?
behavior I want to see in my students. You know.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Dude, so true. So, real quick, I put up this shirt earlier, but
Wait,
I
I'm
just
goated?
had an electrician at my apartment because one of the lights is out or was out. He fixed it because he's the
Love
goat.
property in New York.
But hilarious. Like, first off, he came to the apartment. I thought I had a little bit of time, and I was walking the dogs, and he came, and I had to run back with the dogs, like yank their little asses, and just get inside, and be like, "Oh, hey man, just give me a second. I'll be right up." And I had to like get up there, get the dogs in there. And then I fucking take off my shirt or my jacket. I forget that I'm wearing weight I'm coated with this on it. And I'm like, he's like, where's the problem? I'm like, in the kitchen.
He's like, oh, where's your mom?
when
Where's your
do your
mom?
parents get back? Are
Hey,
they the ones paying for this?
Can I speak to
Yeah.
an
Mind
adult?
you, I'm not paying for this because I'm not the landlord, obviously. So, but it was, and like the landlord came up with him. Now,
You-
thankfully,
You two kind of look like a 12-year-old boy. I didn't really think about it. The gaming
Dude,
headphones,
Fallon-
the
Fallon had to
fucking
break
graphic
hard,
teeth. like,
Fallon
I
had
feel
to-
like I'm
It's
ready
a
to ship you
little
out to
rough.
middle school.
yeah,
It's a
no,
little rough. I'm not
Fallon
gonna
had
lie.
to break a hard truth to me the other day, which like I kind of knew, but you never want to hear it from like your partner and like the woman
Oh,
you're in love with,
no.
where she's like, "You dress like a 12-year-old. You got to fix that." So now I have to get rid of 90% of my graphic tees, which is all the t-shirts
Wait,
I
I'm
have are,
goated?
like graphic.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to
dude.
get rid of it. That's why I'm
Oh,
wearing
come
it.
on. Wait, no, you can't get away.
No,
I'm
Phil, you
goated.
can't get rid of "Wait, I'm goaded,"
I
dude.
might keep this one just because it's goated. I might say.
I'm not gonna lie, it's just the fucking. I just love that when you turn in the light, so does the sheen on the cap.
I know
Yep.
it's so just vinyl printed on there.
Yeah,
Like,
I imagine that
hilarious.
you just like when you
glossy
were with the
finish.
electrician and you took off your sweatshirt, you're just sweaty in a box.
Yeah, no, kind of. Yeah, it's just pressed up against me. I, like,
Yeah, just
like
the
moving, it's
vinyl,
like
non-breathable area. Just
just making that like when you have like a wet shirt. Just,
yeah, it slurps.
yeah, and also well, the fabric on it too is like not exactly cotton. It's like super plasticky.
All right,
I got it for
let's
$7 on the TikTok shop.
I'm about to
I-
say
you
let's
know.
stop the product placement and just say where we got it from.
Yeah, I got it on the TikTok shop.
There we
Everybody
go.
go to TikTok shop. Use
pre-meta
code
takeover.
BOE123CUME.
Bo123 com.
Coom, but yes.
Coom, yes.
Hume.
Get it right. We need to make sure it's pronounced.
You with the Uber, whatever Uber.
Even Uber,
schlock.
yeah, the Uber app.
Yeah,
No, it's
the
called
Uber
the,
app.
It's called the Uber something. 'Cause,
Unla.
Like, is that what it's called?
Unla, yeah. I don't know why I know that.
Why do you know that, you fucking Nazi? Oh, you know what?
Why
I
do you
know
know
what shirts
that?
you're buying. You're buying those $20 swastika shirts off of Yeezy, dude.
I
Fuck
can't.
those kids
The
in the
shirts
Make-A-Wish
got shut
Foundation.
down.
Isn't that crazy?
The
He
shop
just
got
went
shut
full
down.
tilt, and he says Hitler was so fresh. Like, what the
Fuck those
fuck,
kids from the
dude?
Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm never gonna take a picture
That was
with
so
them
funny.
ever
He's like,
again.
I declined 3 photographs from Make-A-Wish kids today. Fuck with me.
The one that
That's-
hurt me,
That's so funny.
Yeah, you got
I
those
hate
kids,
that.
bro. Like,
obviously all
Why?
the
Why are you
Nazi,
doing this? Why are you that insane? You're literally a little jester on stage.
The Nazi shit is obviously unacceptable, disgusting, and just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? But the one that hurt my heart the most is when he said "fuck Virgil," where I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
that was just
what
sad.
are you doing? Why are you saying that?
no, I know.
Yeah, just like
Why?
you're turning your back on your friends and also just like making a publicity stunt out of
You're making
like
a fool out of
a recently deceased person, like a well-respected person too, and like not even
Hitler?
saying like exposing him like he did something terrible. You're
say.
just saying "fuck you." I don't know. That's just that's the most scummy. That's just the most scummy, especially to somebody who like said was such a good friend of yours.
It's pretty disgraceful.
Uh-huh.
I had some students come into a classroom. I think it was your room actually the other day and say like, you think Kanye's actually a Nazi? And I was like, bro, I don't think it matters at this point. He's said it enough times that I can't ignore the fact that this is a common
yeah.
theme now. You know what I mean? Like, do I think that Kanye West deep down like wants to, enact a genocide against anybody? I don't fucking know. But if you say I love Hitler enough times online, whether it's a social experiment or you're off your meds or whatever it is, enough times that I'm like, there's got to be some sliver of truth in there for you.
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean
can
it's
only you can only
can
double,
only say so
triple,
much, you know.
quadruple, quintuple down so
No,
many
when
times.
it's the
before
only
before
thing
it's
that's
like-
on your mind,
Yeah.
or when you keep on saying it, it's got like people are going to
There's
assume that's like one
clearly,
of the only
like-
things on your mind.
This
At
is
least
Kanye's
say it with
show?
your whole chest. Yeah, we're still
No, we're actually talking
Kanye.
about Taylor Swift's
No, but the problem is,
anti-Semitic
like,
marks.
the mental
Yep.
illness, like he's bipolar, so like reality is not reality for him. So he thinks that
Oh,
like
dude.
this
I
is, like-
mean,
it's not even like tired to him because he's like, I'm telling you the truth, and it's like,
listen.
no, you're
I-
not. And he's been in like
I-
a like 9-year-long fucking manic episode.
Yeah, no, I have like a lot of appreciation for people who like struggle with that, but it doesn't mean that you get like a free pass to be saying all that shit, especially for somebody who's famously been outspoken about it. Like, you know better. Like,
And
I
it's
don't give a
also-
fuck. You at least have the tools to do better, especially since you acknowledged it.
In a very different way, we were talking, of course, about Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime show and Drake, potentially dropping another diss track again and saying that the beef is still going. And just like I said for Drake, I want to say the same for Kanye. It makes me really sad that there is nobody around him that cares enough about like them as a person and not just like the artist and like money that they're making and the clout that they generate to pull them aside and be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like,
Yeah.
you need to. And also on top of that is the fact that he's alienated himself so far from people that he respects enough and have been around enough, like long enough for him to actually get that to penetrate through
Mm.
that, who's going to fucking tell him now? everybody who actually would have cared enough and that he would have listened to doesn't want to fuck with him anymore. And it's the same for Drake, where it's like you've surrounded yourself with so many yes men who just want to watch you be this tough guy version of yourself that you clearly are not and never will be, that you're you're gonna fucking get yourself, to be a laughing stock once again, just because they can't, there's no one around that's wise enough to be like, hey, you should probably just move on with your life and like start the next chapter and see how you can like build your career back up, instead of like, yeah, go after Kendrick again. That's a good idea. Attack him one more time. It went really well the first 3 times. You're gonna get him on this one. It just
Wait,
doesn't make
y'all
any
saw
sense.
you
to
saw
To be
that
fair, it went pretty
he's
well the
saying he's
first
not
2
dead
times.
yet.
me.
He said beef was live, something something. I never died.
That was
Yeah.
also so corny and lame. Like Kendrick was just at the Super Bowl, and you had like a concert in Australia,
He
and
won
with a
5
fraction of the
Grammys
people.
and he played the Super Bowl, and it was the most watched Super Bowl. It was 133 million people. It's the
The
most
beef is
watched
dead,
halftime
man.
show of all time. It's over.
The beef's
Move on.
long gone.
Be
I mean,
Dr. Dre of OVO. Sign people who are good. Scout actual talent. Be a producer. Shut up for the
dude, I
rest
gotta
of your
be
life.
honest. I think the beef was over at the pop out. Literally, as soon as
Yeah,
the pop
for
out
real.
happened
Yeah, of
in
course.
California, like in Compton, that was it. They was over, because it's
Yeah.
like, dude, that was beyond a cultural moment. Like yeah, like it beyond the Super Bowl and the Grammys are just victory laps and icing on top of the icing on the cake. Like he won a long time ago, and that's the other thing is like I I feel like Drake could have been building back stronger if he kind of just brushed it off and almost acted like, all right, fine, I lost, whatever, let's do the next thing. Where it's like,
I don't think there was ever a world in which he recovered from this gracefully, because like
probably
that
not.
was the whole thing, is like
He doesn't know how
can't-
to.
He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to lose, and he doesn't know how to like swallow his own pride and his ego. I mean, that's why he came out with the fucking hoodie with bullet holes in it and then smoke coming out the back. It's like, bro,
Yep. I
shut
saw that
up.
video.
Like you're
Saw him
such a
coming out.
fucking theater kid. That's why you don't get it. It's like, I don't know.
He'll
He
always
wants
be
to
a performer at
He
heart.
wants to show that it's like, oh, it's all a performance, it's all blah blah blah. But then at the end of the day, it's like, but I also take this personally, clearly, because I'm pissed off and mad, and that's why
And
I
Kendrick said that
used-
it's deeper than the music,
Yeah.
like it's this was more than just like your typical rap beef. Like,
Oh no! I
yeah.
mean, that was the more than like more than just this is bigger than the music. 40 Acres and a Mule was like. I think he's even saying though, like, it's not like Drake's not even in the conversation anymore about this. Like, this has
Nope.
nothing to do with Drake anymore, because now
Oh,
it's
fully.
like opened the floodgates for this like
yeah,
reflective discourse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about America, and which is I think probably the funniest way of completely excising Jake from the entire beef. Drake's not American,
No,
so
Has nothing to do
you're
with
literally
anything.
like, you, the fuck are you gonna say? Like, we're talking about American culture. You're Canadian,
Well, on
like
this
just period.
on this topic, this all started from the, we're the big three, right? J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. And then Kendrick, of course, coming back and saying, fuck the big three. It's just big me. If Drake and J. Cole are no longer in the big three, which I don't think that they are, and Kendrick's retained his spot, who would you give those other 2 spots to?
Hoodie Allen, definitely. Probably.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
a white kid. Hi, kids.
Yeah, dude. Oh, hoodie.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know why
like
that came
kind
so
of like
fast to
him.
me.
I met him at UT.
That's where you would meet him.
I'm not a singer. I just rap pretty. Dude, he did
Your
that
hat,
one
dude.
song.
Hook 'em, baby, hook 'em.
Oh, Hoodie Allen. What a classic.
It's
No, but
just
who?
so funny. I've literally never been taught that. Just enough people have seen me with this hat where I just know if I see
And
them.
for those of you who can't see, Kevin is wearing a University of Texas Longhorn hat, burnt orange
UT
hat,
baby.
and he's getting. I'm telling you, there's a lot of Texas X's is what they're called. Texas X's.
UT baby.
X's.
A lot of them are in New York. It's weird. I
Ex-Texans?
see the horns. All
It's
the
actually
time.
Texans.
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 T apostrophe Xans to Xans. Okay. Yep. Thank you for that. It's
To
just silent for both
XXs?
of you.
I was adjusting my headphones. I didn't hear
No, it's all good.
anything.
It's all good.
Text
bud.
No,
X.
repeat it. I want to hear you.
I said to Xans, T apostrophe Xans.
I like it.
X's.
Thank you.
That's the shit I
Hey,
like.
T'Challa.
Who's your big three?
Wakanda forever, dude.
Wakanda forever.
To Xans.
Who's your big three, bro?
Let me show you my claws.
That's not it.
Is that
I'm
not
about
part
to-
of it?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
not go like
That's the
this?
worst part. I was like, that's not it.
Let
Is
me
it?
see your claws.
I think that's all they do is like the fucking sarcophagus.
I just thought of the fucking cowardly lion thing.
Oh, I'm gay.
Oh, Wakanda forever. Oh,
T'Challa.
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 Oh.
Oh,
No. No, I don't think.
Never
I don't think
mind,
the
never
cowardly
mind.
lion has a
it's
cold.
okay.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
The cowardly lion with
Yeah.
the cold.
Dude, it's
Yeah, I
sick
think the
to
cowardly
fucking
lion
love.
has a
And
bad
that's.
cold.
I don't think he does actually. I
think
made
he-
sure he took his antibiotics.
I think he took his Sudafed already. He should be
Uh,
feeling better by now.
He definitely doesn't have a cold. Definitely not on camera either.
Never.
He would never come out with a cold on camera.
A
Not when
true
it's
bitch.
recording.
Definitely, and he definitely wouldn't leave any
Definitely when it's
windows
not a
open either.
Recording, don't do it. Oh, man.
The cowardly lion with the cold is not what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah.
Actually,
Shrewd, if you will.
you know what? I don't like to judge people with like going through a cold.
He just
So
gets
I'm not. I'm going to
so
refrain from making comments until he gets better.
nebbish.
I swear to fucking Christ.
Anyways, so we had a first take for the audience members. We had a first take, and I said a quote from a song I've been listening to a lot. My my media my media spotlight this week is J Pro.
Oh,
Ready for
actually,
boss shot enough to
I have
drop in
a-
a Rigel underneath Ribbeneck spot. Slushing the ground like I dropped the walk in a wood grain Lincoln. I'm driving lot. Uniball vision. I'm clutching the pad of a moleskin journal with snow on my face. Something on the winter day. I'm shitting. He doesn't say shitting, but he says sitting. I like to say shitting. Yep.
Yeah, I like to describe it to an Irish limerick, which is I still think pretty fitting. Can you actually sing it like
to pop in a Rigel underneath Ribbeneck spot. Slushing the ground like I dropped the walk in a wood grain Lincoln. I'm driving lot.
Play
Uniball
violin.
vision. I'm clutching the pad of a moleskin journal with snow in my face.
How do you play violin?
Something on the winter day. I'm sitting.
I'm shitting.
I'm shitting.
Allow
I'm
me.
shitting, mate.
Don't come on shitting.
All right,
mate.
Nick, what's your media spotlight?
My media spotlight is the classic.
Don Julio Popeyes collab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what?
I was
The
about to say you kinda
D'Angelo
have
Ball
to.
performance at the Don Julio
I
Popeyes
suppose
collab event.
that is probably going to have to be my media spotlight. I think that that's actually the most appropriate place for me to talk about it. So yes, I went down to New Orleans in order to shoot at the Super Bowl for this year. So I was gone from last Wednesday and I got back on Sunday. I was actually in the air during the game. I wasn't shooting like for the NFL at the Super Bowl. I was shooting for Don Julio through a company that a friend of ours, a good friend of the entire company, Stefan Washburn, works for. Shout out Stefan, who got me onto this amazing job. But I flew down and stayed with his team. We shot for a multitude of music artists. We started off shooting for Juvenile for one of his concerts, which was really, really cool. That was for Crown Royal. That was the only event that we did that was not for Don Julio specifically, but another like Diageo brand. That was a great time. We stayed in the French Quarter pretty much the entire time for all of the production work. The next day, we shot for Tinashe for one of her speakeasy shows, which was for the Don Julio and Popeyes collab. I got to direct her a little bit on set in terms of like the movement and that kind of thing. Shot her interview where she did like a this or that type of thing on Don Julio's behalf, as well as her concert, which she went the fuck off on. Huge shout outs to Tinashe. I know you'll never see this, but at the same time,
Oh, our number one avid
That's for you,
listener.
girl.
yes,
That's my
amazing.
Aquarius sister. We're
It
both
was an
Tanesh,
amazing
Thank you
show.
so much, Tanesh.
Yeah, like for
Tanesh.
a
Very big
small
fan.
I've known Tanesh.
for a small concert, listen, and like a decent sized crowd, but obviously a smaller venue. She treated it like she was playing a stadium. Like she went
Love that.
off the back, and also a huge shout out I have to say to their her backup dancers. There were these four guys. They absolutely crushed it. Like they were moving the entire time. Choreography was on point. It really supported the work that she was doing. Like it wasn't just throwaway backup dancing like I'm sure both of you have seen where it's just sort of like movement in the background. Like they actually used it to kind of enhance the narratives of the songs and like tell a story throughout the entire thing. So that was
Oh hell yeah.
that was
Love
really
that.
cool. So
Love
I
that.
really appreciated that. Going on after her was Jello, the rapper who did the song Tweakin'.
Oh,
right?
you might know Infamous.
Wait, real quick. By the way, why is Tinashe opening for Jello?
Yeah, I don't.
Get
I
that dumbass out of
Uh,
here first.
my-
I gotta be honest. It felt more like Jello was closing for
Tinashe.
Yeah, like
yeah.
What time of night did she start? Like
I think she went on
9,
around 10 p.m. and she performed for about an hour.
Listen,
maybe
she had
45
better
minutes.
things to do. She had better
And
things
then
to
Jello went on for 15 minutes. About 20 minutes,
Oh
15 to
yeah.
20
Okay.
minutes.
Well then, yeah, he was a close.
Yeah.
do.
He closed. He closed.
He was
out.
there to perform while people left.
But for me, honestly, what I don't like about like having him go after is to his ego. Tinashe opened for him, even if she went longer. It feels that way. You
Yeah.
can argue it in a narcissistic mind like his.
No, totally. Especially when that mind is like, I'm blowing up. Don't need my wife and my kid anymore. I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
my side chick.
My
My
entire
There
side chick.
were-
my wife is more successful than me.
There were a
Mhm.
lot of negative comments
Nikki.
surrounding that and a pretty negative reaction to it. I will say, just for like, sake of argument, he was very respectful
was
to
good.
myself and the team. Like he didn't, he wasn't brash
Argument.
or mean or anything else like that. He was very respectful. He took direction very well. He was willing to do the shots as many times as we needed him to and, posed for the pictures and everything else like that. He came to the second event the next day in order to like, get some
No.
more content for Don Julio. So like, look, obviously like, I'm not supporting people leaving their families or anything else like that. Don't do that. If you have children, own up to your
Definitely.
responsibilities.
Kind of sounds
But
like.
I'm just saying that from the perspective of as a representative of Plural and Don Julio, he was very respectful and kind to us and a good client to work for. As far as his,
Mm.
reputation within the greater musical space and, social media sphere, that is for someone else to say. But as far as our work was concerned, he was good to work with. He put on a pretty good closing show.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy long, but that's okay. He's a newer artist. He only has 3 songs. It's the way it goes. So
I will say.
So
I'm
you're
not
saying that we should forgive
surprised.
him?
Yeah, that's
No.
what you're saying. You're begging for forgiveness. This is a call to action. Maybe get both
You know
sides
what?
of the story.
leave your
Nicholas.
kids. Leave your kids.
Leave your kids.
Leave all of
Leave
them.
them.
Leave
Yo,
them
man,
now.
It's not that
called
hard.
Commitment.
Yep.
Okay,
You gotta
to
leave
the-
'em.
To the
Listen,
grind.
What's more
Gotta leave 'em.
expensive, college tuition or a pair of running shoes?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, what does that have to do? I don't think Jello's running.
So
he is.
the next day, we woke up, we got all the edits out. That was the other thing is that most of the turnarounds for the edits were within 12 hours. So we basically had to shoot all night and then get back, pull selects, sleep for a little while, get back up, and then continue to edit until we were finished. The next day after the Tinashe and Jello show, we did this dueling DJs spot, which featured Dom Dolla, the famous Australian
Dolla.
EDM DJ, along with John Summit,
It's the
who's,
Dom.
also a
I've never
very
actually heard of this guy,
well-known EDM DJ. They were both, again,
Johnny Summit.
so sweet. I got to talk to them both a little bit before the show. I shot their entrances as they were coming in for the show, but that one was actually fucking crazy just because it was an open street concert like near Bourbon Street in the French Quarter, and like
Mhm.
they just there's no tickets. They just had
Yeah.
people show up, and I can't tell you for a fact, but like just looking at the footage that we got and having a rough estimate of like how large the streets are, it was a good, I'd say, like 5 to 10,000 people that showed up. It was a ridiculous number of people.
It was the footage is pretty insane. Like,
It's just
hopefully,
1,000.
more
is
like
it posted
5.
yet?
Okay.
More like 5. But it
Actually,
was
you told me yesterday
1,000.
10.
it was a
10.
How was that
large.
understand? But 10 of them?
Yeah,
10,000
it was,
people.
It was
That's
a
what Nick told me.
large amount of people, and so
I
here's the
believe it,
thing,
though.
right?
I mean, like, it's wide. Bourbon Street is wider. The French Quarter is wider than you think on those streets.
And
It was a massive crowd.
They controlled the wrap around like balcony, so it was like multiple streets worth of people completely packed to the brim. Like the reason, so here's the thing. The concert was supposed to go 1 hour, right? I was shooting on the balcony behind them, so I was like literally right next to the DJ booth. There was a line of tape right in front of my feet that was like literally wrote "line of death, do not cross," because the one of the station managers was like, please, no one go beyond this point as soon as they enter it, unless it's an emergency or something. You like should not cross this line. So I got right up on there, and actually I believe the guy's name was Jay. I'm not sure 100%, but he was one of the management guys with Dom and John Summit. That dude was a serious pro because right before the show, I talked to him and I was like, listen, man, I got to get some shots. I'm here with Don Julio. Like, I'm not just a random videographer. Can I get right up to the tape? And he was like, absolutely.
Dude, eat
They're
my
gonna
dick.
come.
It's
They're
my
gonna.
dick. No.
They're gonna come in. You can go right up to the tape, just don't cross the line. Like that's the ending point, and that was it. So I start shooting, and I can hear behind me this other like photographer and videographer walking up, and he starts to like come right up next to me, and like, dude, this dude Jay grabs his shoulder and yanks him back and is just like, where the fuck are you going? And the guy's like, oh no, dude, like it's okay, I've shot for like Diplo before. And he's like, do you have a press pass? Are you here with somebody? And the guy's like, well, no. And he's like, get the fuck out of here, and just like threw this guy back. And he like his friend, I could hear them sort of like talking in the back, and the friend's like, dude, that's bullshit, like you should get up there. And he's like, no man, like I can't, like I've got to try to go around another way. So like that really helped because we were packed in
Yeah.
there, like, and it
Those
was
balconies are small. They're
it was
shallow.
high pressure of like they're gonna go on for 1 hour. You got to get as much footage as possible. There is not a lot of room to move, and like I'm shooting on a 35 to 150, so it's not the widest lens in the world. Like I gotta have some room to move around a little
Yeah,
bit.
seriously.
So that was a huge help. The entire staff of that like venue that we were at was just fantastic. The Royal Sonesta, I believe, is what it was where we were shooting at.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to the Royal Sonesta. They did an amazing job. Really controlled at least the crowd within the actual balcony space, and that made the shooting possible. But we get 20 minutes into the show, and there's an ambulance trying to get through the crowd. And when I tell you, it was like a zombie movie. Like the ambulance was like the little white dot, and there were just people literally packed around it, and it's rolling forward, and people are just moving around it, and then just as like just as fast packing back behind it. Like it was just barely moving down the street. So they
Yeah, you see
stopped the
Jay out there,
show.
and he's like, line of death. What did I say?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He's
Exactly.
stopping the ambulance.
Exactly. Yeah.
again.
What did I fucking say?
What did I say? You have a press pass? Shut the fuck up. Get out of my bar.
But
Sorry.
like
Oh
Dom
my
and
God,
John.
Jay brought a gun.
It's New Orleans, of course.
Of course. They stopped the show themselves for a moment and were like, guys, you got to make room for the ambulance. Like, the police are telling us, like, you got to let them through. After a little bit, they started.
The police have told us you actually got to let the
Guys,
ambulance
I
through.
know.
I'm
I know
sorry.
it's lame.
I
know you don't
know.
wanna
Listen,
say it.
Australia
You're
is
gonna have to
different.
do.
Fuck them. But yeah,
Yeah, you got to do it.
Being like,
I don't play with
guys,
American cops.
look,
I'm
guys,
Dom
I
Dollar.
hope this guy doesn't get help too. But, however, the police said that you have to move.
I believe in survival of the fittest, but
Yeah, they're there for us. The ambulance tells you to move. I don't know. Whatever those dumb fucking water hicks say.
water hicks.
So,
So they
fuck 'em.
they continue to play the
All this
show.
criminal blood.
I swap from where I've been on the balcony the entire time to the other side and start shooting them again. They're live streaming part of the show, like on Instagram. They have like a phone on a camera dolly, like one of those little DJI camera dolly or camera phone, like
Oh yeah, the
gimbals.
pocket.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. Like the Pocket 5 or Pocket 6 or
Nice.
whatever.
Yeah.
So after a few more minutes of the set, I just see from like my peripheral vision like 5 or 6 bodies moving really quickly towards the line of death on this side, and I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen. Jay isn't on this side. No one's going to stop them on this one. And then I sort of turn without turning the gimbal. I'm like still holding that straight, but I turn my head and it's just 6 cops walking up, and they just basically like come into the DJ booth and reach over John Summit and just like turn it off, or like tell him like turn it off. So they stopped the show and they shut down the show. It only got like about 20 minutes in before we had to stop for the entire day because
Damn.
20 minutes.
20 minutes in.
that's
So
it.
banging show. It was a fantastic show. The crowd was going crazy. Originally we thought that it was because of the ambulance thing. Then we thought it might have been like a city ordinance thing, like where they had too many people gathered, or maybe like, excuse me, the permit only covered a certain amount of people and they definitely went over that. No. We found out later that one of the venues local to the Royal Sonesta called the cops and complained and got it shut down.
Fucking
Because-
boo hoo.
For what though? Because like they
Just
were taking
noise
basically
complaints.
just saying
They're
like,
just like it's
just-
too loud.
yeah, just
Yeah,
saying like
totally.
this is
Bro,
this is
suck a dick.
ridiculous.
This is the fucking French Quarter during the Super Bowl. Like you're getting more. What are you talking about? In a month and a half, you're gonna have just as many people. It's gonna be just as loud. What the fuck is the problem now?
And also,
will-
like, who wants to be known as the person who shut that down? Who wants to be known as
Yeah,
actual business
In
buzzkill?
New Orleans, like, what
I'm not even saying this as like a, covering my own ass type of thing. We don't know what business it was. Like nobody told us. I'm pretty sure it was an anonymous complaint, but still,
Dox
it
'em.
sucked. I gotta say though, for
Can
the
you tell
20
us off
minutes
air? I
that they
appreciate it.
were up, it was a great show. The crowd was loving it. And I have to say also that Dom and John were, very responsible about it. They didn't fight with the cops. They weren't like, trying to get the crowd to riot or be like, hey, come on, like tell them we want to continue. Like they were just sort of like, all right, guys, like we just got shut down by the Popo. Thanks for coming out. You guys are legends. We love you. Like we'll see you at the next show whenever we play again. And then that was it. And the crowd dispersed. It took a good 20 or 30 minutes before like there was space to walk on the street, and we just waited to gather up our gear and walk back to the edit suite, and then get started with work for the night.
Yeah,
What
that's
if like
so
the two
crazy.
DJs tried to like incite a riot and they like start pointing at the cops? They're like Christopher Dorner, and like you killed those cops. Honestly, if an Australian knew about Christopher Dorner,
That'd be
I'd be like,
wild.
that guy has lived here for a long time.
Yeah. That guy is
Where
really
he
American.
Really hates cops. He's like, what are the American examples? I can
That's
think
an American right there. Yep.
I would
Oh,
say you are officially a real American if you're like, kill this fucking pig.
I also have to say that at that Dom Dollar and John Summit show, that's where I got this bad boy.
Ooh.
Which is
Bring
a
it up more.
it's a Don Julio like jewel encrusted bottle necklace which I wore during the shooting
God
of it.
damn.
It was filled with actual 1942 Don Julio tequila, which was fantastic.
And it
That's
was.
sick.
I tried
Oh
some.
yeah, did you drink?
No.
I
I
was gonna
just
say, like, you don't drink.
I don't drink. I know that it's good tequila, at least as far as I've been told from the people who've tried it. But I just thought that was a really cool thing. That's a cool
It's okay.
choice. So that was sort of my that was my little souvenir. That was my token of the
Nah, that's
trip.
sick. No, I love it. I can't wait to steal it.
Can I
You
tell you
said what?
something, man? I think maybe it's because I just have like real bitch palate when it comes to alcohol, but like I can taste the difference between like a really good and a really bad. But at the end of the day, every liquor, anytime I go like this. Ready?
Not good tequila.
But like it's any liquor because duh, it's poison. Like that's just poison. It's gonna suck. It burns. I don't like it. I
It's
barely tolerate soda, quite frankly.
good
I
tequila.
fucking like a really spicy Sprite. I'm still making a face.
Spicy Sprite.
Spicy Sprite.
Like a
Spicy
McDonald's Sprite.
Oh yeah, like a
Like a crisp, like metallic Sprite. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I love that taste.
Good
And I
old
also
metallic Sprite.
love
It's
a
great. I'm
good
not
tequila
shitting on
and
anyone.
a
I'm also-
mezcal.
Like I'm not.
You
shitting
just
on
can't taste the
anybody who
difference. You're
loves
never
it.
going to be a sommelier, and I
It's
get
not my
that.
thing. I don't
Oh.
get the subtlety and the nuance there. That's not my kind of nuance.
But
to
wait, you're goaded.
you are goaded. Wait, I'm goaded. To finish out my media spotlight, again, I'd like to thank the team at Plural for having me. That was a fantastic time. Yeah, just like, look
Shout
out for
out to
some of that
Plural.
content. Check out the Don Julio page on Instagram. Check out Tinashe's page, Jello's page, John Summit and Dom Dalla's pages, Juvenile's
Yeah.
pages. Yeah, like it's some cool work. I'm very proud of the camera work. I edited a couple, well, I think actually only one of the videos as well. So, if you want to go out, give it some love, I would appreciate it. And hopefully it will be more work like that in the future.
Up and coming artist Tinashe. Tinashe. What
Tenacious.
did I say
Tinashe.
earlier? Tinashe.
Tenacious.
I love
Tenacious. Tanache.
Yeah, no, actually, everybody, please go to Jello's page and add a comment. It's a wildfire. I say just add to
It's
it.
pretty crazy.
And my media spotlight is Hoodie Allen. I've never listened to him, and I want to. I guess.
You know you're not missing anything.
Because I'm all about it,
I
baby.
the guy who
I
listened
just
to
wanna
Hoodie Allen
listen
in
to him
middle school
once.
and high school. You got as much as you.
Kev,
What's he doing now?
Let me put it this way. He made
nothing.
a
I think
Can you look it
duet
up?
rap song with Ed Sheeran.
God, that's
Do you even know what he looks like?
awesome. No. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me just imagines a Boogie with the hoodie but white.
No.
Not a big part of me, but
He
just a part of
looks
me that
like
just sees the hoodies.
he looks like he should have been on Entourage, but like the shittier like knockoff version of Entourage.
Dude, that's giving him a lot.
That's. You know what? No, that feels right. He looks like he's like part of the
He's this kind of
Chainsmokers.
guy.
If
He
you
thinks that this is funny. A
twink,
graphic tee, which like I'm not shitting on graphic tees of all people. But like
he's
putting
a
on
twink.
the
That's a twink.
pink- No, not even that. Like
No, that's a
he-
twink that you're just showing me
he
right
goes
here.
to the women's rally to hit on women and show that he is an ally, so that they like him.
Oh,
He wants women to like him. I don't
You
even
know,
if he
I
wants
want-
to all the time. He just
I want
wants
him
women
to-
like him.
I wanted him to collab with Ezra Miller.
No.
I feel like they would get
No.
along great.
No Ezra Miller collabs ever again.
I
What's his
feel
real
like
name?
if there was an Ezra Miller collab, it would be a Hoodie Allen.
No more Ezra Miller
He
collabs.
looks like he also looks like Brendan Urie if he like was dropped.
He
And a
looks like
little-
if Brendan Urie and Zachary Quinto had a kid.
with a little bit of
And-
Cody Ko mixed in there.
And the
for
dude
good
from
measure.
Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards. Wait, is that Zachary Quinto?
Eli Roth.
Yes, he looks like Eli Roth and Zachary Quinto had a kid.
Yeah, I could see that.
I really don't like that picture. Well, how's his music? Also, I don't
kinda
like that he
looks
doesn't.
He
I
looks
also
like Luigi Mangione's cousin.
He
dude.
does.
I just
He's
don't
got to
like
put
that
out an
most
album
of
called
his
CEO
pictures.
Killer.
Literally predates on teen girls.
Oh no, that's a roofie. That's a roofie face right there.
Cover your drinks, ladies. Cover your
Cover
drinks.
ladies. Who's this? Taryn.
I hate that he doesn't have a hoodie in
Darren.
most of these pictures. I feel like that's just a lie.
This is all you need to know.
Oh, that tells me
he at one
everything.
point was friends with Shane
There
Dawson.
you
That's
go.
all I need to know.
What does Shane Dawson look like nowadays?
Oh, I'll find it.
That's a horrifying question.
Yeah, I like to see where these guys ended up. We should do a before and after.
Should we?
I feel like we should. You should
No.
draw what they look like
I'm not gonna do
probably
it before
now.
and after for a cat fucker.
That's right. He did fuck his cat.
He fucked his cat.
He's like, the ruggedness kind of works for him.
I'm about to say, I think the beard looks better on him. I don't like the soft pictures of him. Like that
It's
make me very
scary.
upset. He looks like he
Yeah,
has
I'm not a
razor
fan of
burn.
that.
He probably does. He's a ginger. They always have fucked up skin.
Yeah,
I
but
can
his
see
looks
that.
like worse.
No, dude, he looks like the redhead version of Keemstar.
that
A little bit.
He's shaped like Keemstar.
Yeah, if Keemstar had hair, yeah. Ew, I don't like that. He looks so round. Yeah, now that you mentioned that, he looks like an egg that just like got hair on
Let's
it.
get right into the news.
Let's get right under the nose.
You know, This is twink death. This is what twink death is.
Like I don't know. Like you purposely.
That kind of looks
wore
like
this
Escalade
shirt.
Beats.
He
I
purposely.
could kind
wore
of see that. Yeah,
It
little
does like a
Escalish.
Escalade Beats. Yeah.
Bring us back this, dude. Bring this back.
No, it's Twink Death for a reason. It's dead. It's gone.
Like we need this guy back.
What is that? Wait, what is that? Maybe this Christmas. That looks like
he
a
looks. He also looks
Mariah
like
Carey
Carrot
era
Top's,
album.
like shitty younger brother.
Yeah, he looks like yeah.
Have you ever
Yeah, like
seen
his predatory
Carrot Top
younger cousin.
before? Have you ever seen Carrot Top before he did the plastic surgery?
No,
I
you
don't
should
know actually.
just look him up. I don't know why you
We're going
keep
for
on
3 in a
unsharing
row.
your screen.
Oh no, this is just a reaction podcast at this point. We don't even do anything else.
I'm down. I'm down. Let's put on Book of Eli next.
Book of Eli. Why Book of Eli?
You said Eli Roth, and it got me thinking about Eli's.
I swear to God.
Let's just put it at 1.5 speed so we can get through that.
Have you seen the Book of Eli?
Nah.
Do you know the spoiler at the end?
His name is actually Rob.
No.
So that's the
I
Book
do
of
remember,
Rob.
like I know.
I'm gonna let you. I'll just let you guys watch it. It's okay.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. Just tell me.
He's blind.
Who?
Okay, that doesn't.
That's
tell me
the whole.
anything.
That's literally the whole
Who?
fucking
Who?
thing. Denzel
Book of
Washington.
Eli.
Oh, Book of yeah. That's the whole thing. He's a blind prophet. That's
Yeah, he literally just walks across like this
It's like,
barren
oh, and the Book of
wasteland.
Eli is just like the Bible, or like literally a piece of the Bible.
Yeah, and
I
he's
mean-
memorized it completely, and all he had to do is get to this place so he could recite it for somebody who could write it down again.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Ah,
He looks like Kathy Griffin.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that's
Someone
That's
had an identity
insane.
crisis.
Jesus Christ, dude. You can just pull up your. You can just wear underwear too.
You know. Like,
you could.
You know what? I was
there's not
expecting a lot
single,
worse.
Like regular photo of
He-
him.
he
It's
kinda
like
gives
he's
me, like,
always
some Eric
goofy
Andre
dickhead
vibes.
in every fucking picture, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of
This
his whole
is the
thing.
girl who overcharges you at the fast food place, by the way.
Nah, she
Yeah, it's on like
undercharges
3
me.
fries, and you're like, I didn't order that. And she's like, Yeah, you did. You go, yeah, you know what? Whatever, I'll take it. Because I'm too high and I'm scared and I want to get out of here.
Oh, Carrot Top.
Mhm. Can we watch one of his specials?
Dude, like, I just don't get. Why
I've never
he's
seen his
this guy.
comedy.
I've seen
It's
him.
not good. It's all.
I saw him
prop
perform
comedy.
live. He opened for
Ah.
somebody once.
Oh no way! Don't you feel like a fool?
It was okay.
Not 1 ounce of plastic
all right.
surgery. It was all right. That feels like every single famous comedian. It was all
It was
right.
all right. It was okay.
It was fine.
My girlfriend catches me jerking it.
Hey,
Ew,
hey.
what's going on?
Hey, Queen.
Oh, hey, Queen.
Oh, hey, Queen.
What's up, Queen?
Thanks for getting the show timer too.
You're welcome, guys. I meant to press stop sharing before I did that. Whatever.
All right. Well, I
Well, you
guess
know-
since we're at the 42-minute mark.
I think it's time to play a little game.
Oh.
I think it's time to play. Would you rather?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so because we don't have the office, I unfortunately do not have a visual aid for you. So I'm just gonna have to describe this. I'm gonna have to
Paint me a picture.
put this into your
Use
mind,
your
right?
tongue to paint a picture on me. I mean, wait.
What? Don't threaten me with a good time, Phil. Anyway,
Stop.
for this week, would you rather have to just mac on 10 frogs hoping that you find a prince? Or would you rather be one of the 10 frogs and hope that he picks you, or else you're stuck as a frog forever?
Wait. So my options are to either just
If I'm
gotta-
getting
tongue
back on,
down
eventually
10
he's gonna find
frogs.
You got to mac down 10 frogs
or
with
I'm
no
just
guarantee.
a frog or I'm just a frog.
There's no guarantee that any of the 10 frogs are actually a prince or princess, but it could be. There's a chance. On the other side, though, you're one of 10 frogs. He's only going to kiss one. You better hope it's you, or else you're stuck as a frog until you can get somebody to kiss
Well,
you.
I'm kissing the frogs.
You kissing the frogs?
It's a win-win, dude.
I agree.
You want to mac on some frogs?
Yes.
I
No
100%
frogs,
agree
no
on
French
that one.
people, because I will kill myself and everyone else in that room.
These frogs are really
Mm.
slutty.
No,
Go
they're
for
really
it,
dirty
dude.
frogs.
So they're toads.
They've gotten around.
They're straight
For
toads
sure,
style,
they're
dude.
straight toads. They belong to the
Moths.
swamps. They
She
belong
belongs
to
to the
the
swamp.
She belongs to the swamps. All
When you
right.
say it like that, honestly, nah, I'd rather be the frog.
You rather be the frog?
Yeah, brother. Think
How are you
about
gonna
how
get-
such. No. It's not about getting the guy to kiss you. It's about accepting your life as a frog.
Wow.
You just accept
Mhm.
that you're a frog forever?
Brother,
Very Buddhist of
the
you.
swamp is my world. Eat flies all day. Fuck my fears away.
Dude, I'm not
Hibernate in
gonna
the
lie to you.
winter.
Fuck
I'm not gonna
my
lie to you.
fears
You are
away.
convincing me
Not
to
that
be
bad.
a frog. I'm really.
That's
not
what I'm
gonna lie
saying.
to you.
Really, when you think about it, what am I doing? Trying to maintain status quo, or am I trying to find a purpose?
Plus, like, what am I doing? Going from amphibian to royal with all those responsibilities? No fucking thanks.
Also,
you turn me
never-
around, I'm gonna be the frog.
Nobody said royal, just human. So you just be a frog,
The whole
and
thing
now
is
you're
finding a
a
prince.
human.
So if
No
you
social
are the
security, no
frog-
clothes, no family. You're indentured to this man who kissed you.
Nick, if he kisses me, am I a prince now, or like, what's up?
You're not a prince. In fact,
I'm
he's
just
probably
me?
gonna be really mad actually
You're
when
like,
you
oh, the
reveal to
fuck!
him.
I thought this was a frog.
And you're like-
Ew.
And you know, like you guys are married then. Like it's a legally binding thing.
Yeah, the priest was just around the corner.
Yep.
He ordained it.
Yeah. Like as soon as
He
you as soon as he
ordained all just
kisses
jerking off.
as soon as he kisses you, he's just like, you guys are now united.
Oh, you're united. Oh, you're so united.
So are you guys gonna be frogs then?
I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a
oh, yeah,
frog,
I'm
dude.
kinda
I
down with
think
the
I'm gonna
frog
be
life.
frog.
I'm down with frog life.
All right, let me think about this double down. What are we gonna do for this?
Doesn't happen.
You didn't expect us to want to be frogs.
I really didn't expect you to want to be frogs. I figured that was going to be a much longer debate. me think about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you're kind of leading me into one category. If I'm being
Why would you want to be a
honest.
frog?
Like I said, eat flies all day.
Frogs
fuck
live
my
so
fears
much.
away.
They don't live as long as humans by a large margin.
Okay, so what are you trying to live?
You'll
for
be
a long
alive for
time if
like
you're a
7
frog?
years.
Okay, and that's 7 years of bliss. Bliss. You and Frog Hilda, your wife,
I know what the double down is.
all right, and 50 frog kids that you get to eat if you want because you're a frog. No
I'm gonna wait for
responsibilities.
Phil.
Oh, no worries. I'm just going off about how honestly great it'd probably be to be a frog. You could just eat your own children. And who's going to stop you? The police? Frog police? No. Who's going to stop you from fighting every single frog you see?
Okay,
Even
wait,
your
wait,
frog
let's go
wife.
Double down. Sorry, Fallon's here. I walk out with this shirt. I got the same reaction the electrician gave me. I'm just like, yeah, and okay.
All right, you're 12.
What?
Got it. Understood.
Like I put it on for the podcast. I promise.
Such a lie.
All right, you guys ready? You ready for the double down?
Yeah. What
I'm ready, but first,
Double
wait, Phil, before we get to the double down, what would your frog name be?
Lupus. Spelled like the disease.
Terrible. All right, let's go to the double down.
Spelled like the disease. I love that. Okay, for the double down, there's a crate of 100 frogs. You have to pick 20 and kiss all of them, but one of them is just straight up Hitler. And as soon as you kiss him and he becomes a human again, he goes, "Das mine!" And then he runs away, and you're like, oh no! And you got to try to like stop him.
To catch
He's gonna go
Hitler.
immediately to Germany and just start wreaking havoc again. So you have a 1 in, I guess, like a 100 chance, or I guess 1 in 5 chance, depending on how you like calculate that statistic, of bringing him back into the world, right? Or you're the only frog out there, and there's a prince who's looking for you. He's not somebody you want to be with.
The first one.
But he's looking for you.
He's really looking for you. Like
Well,
you're living in a swamp outside of his castle, and most nights he comes out just looking for you.
Okay, well, why? It sounds like
And
a
I'm the only
prince.
frog out there in the whole swamp.
I mean, you're the only frog that like
That will
there's
turn into
no
a
there's no
prince.
like line of 10 like in the previous scenario where the frog or the
He's
frog
going
prince
one by
can
one.
just-
He's like searching for me like Cinderella. He's like
yeah, he's
literally
he's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
trying to
frogs.
find you. Yeah, he's looking
Yeah,
for you.
his Toadorella.
I think I would take my chance with the second one. Yeah, I think I would take my chance.
Wait. No, I want to know more about why
Like,
do
I'm
I not
I'm
want to be with
biologically-
him? Wait.
I'm biologically adapted to camouflage in the swamp. Like, he's not catching me.
But why? What would happen if he caught me?
He's a sexual deviant. He's a
Right.
predator.
He's gonna bottom no matter
To
what.
humans or to frogs?
Yes.
Also, how long do I have to like hide and run from him?
That's your life. You
As
are
As long as
frog.
it takes.
How long do frogs usually?
I don't know.
7 years apparently.
Like 7 or 8 years. I don't fucking know.
So
So no one's gonna go
I'm
with
either being
Frogler.
10 to 12 years.
No, I'm definitely going with Frogler. I like the
You're
idea.
going with Frogler?
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
I've
doing
never
the
liked the
Frogler,
second
yeah.
idea. No. Frogler sounds like a great deal. Like
Oh,
one.
wait. Frockler?
Frogler. Frogler.
What about
Amphibit
Um,
Amphibitler?
a frog
Am-
toddler?
Amphitler? Odler?
Toadolf Frogler.
Oh, there we go. Toad off.
Toadolf
Frogler.
Frogler.
I'm totally taking Toad off.
You're gonna take
I'll take it,
Toadolf
Toadolf.
Frogler?
Yeah, it's a win-win, man.
Dude, it's 20 frogs.
Yeah,
You have such
so-
a high chance of selecting him.
And when I do, I get to kill Hitler.
I mean, if you can catch him,
I
He's really-
will.
he's
I will.
slippery. He's like
He's
the
got little-
greased up
He's
deaf
got
guy
little
from Family
Austrian
Guy.
legs.
Let's be real. He's gonna get outside. He's gonna be naked. The first person who sees him is probably not gonna be a fan of Hitler unless we're doing this in unless we're doing this in like
in
a
a very
KKK
specific neighborhood
town.
in Germany right now.
Wait, where is this experiment happening?
Wherever you want, baby.
I would definitely like it to be in South Williamsburg then.
Okay,
Nobody
fair
will be
enough.
a fan of. Nobody will
Yeah.
be a fan of
Naked Hitler.
Toad off Frogler
Toadolf
there.
Frogler.
Nobody will be a fan of him there.
I'll do
Phil,
it
are you-
in- I'm gonna do Frogler, but I would like to do it in Atlanta.
Why Atlanta?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in the South. Like, we're catching. Actually, no, I'll do it in Houston. I think Houston I would be able to do better.
I like that you're treating that part like a vacation.
I'll go
Listen,
home.
I mean,
can
honestly,
visit
when you
home
say it
with
like
this.
that, I'm
Houston-
doing it in Fiji.
I would.
I'm
know
doing it in
those-
Fiji, and I'm
I
taking
would
my
know
time
that
with the 20
bayou
frogs.
Better. No, I would know that bayou better. Yes or no? Yes.
So
I would know
Toadolf
my way around.
Frogler.
I'd have some.
Absolutely.
territory
Listen,
to-
as much as the frog life sounds like a pretty chill life, sexual
want
deviant
some-
prince is a horrid thought.
He's coming
Oh,
after you.
horrid
He's
thought.
he's really wily too. Like he knows your ways. Like
Yeah,
you really,
I
you
imagine
really gotta
because he's a prince.
actively avoid
I
him.
imagine him to be like kind of dumb and big. So, and especially if he believes in the stories, like, oh, where's the toad?
Yeah, like he's really trying. He's got
Yeah, that's
the
other thing is I'm
Lenny
watching him.
Yeah, it's
It's-
kind of
he's
got a
got
Lenny
the-
vibe to me.
Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Like he,
Yeah,
he
that's
might
100% what I'm thinking
That's
about.
not
he
a
might
deviant,
crush
that's a
somebody in a hug or something like
He's
that.
royal.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
we're going with Toadolf Frogler.
Yeah, no, Lenny Prince scares the shit out of me.
All right.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
Well, that's Would You Rather for this week, gentlemen.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
I think that you made some good choices here, Phil.
Yeah. I would.
I think
agree.
you guys
I
probably
think,
made
I
the
think
right.
we came at it logically. We came at it in a reasonable,
Mhm.
conscious, clear mind,
And we came out on top.
Toadolf.
and we came, and we stopped that deviant from coming.
We made sure nobody would
would have
suffer
to deal
toad
with
off
that.
again.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to stop Toadolf Frogler.
Yeah. Toad off Frogler.
But really, the question is if he does escape, and we happen to be in a very racist town, how far do you think he can get?
I mean,
Far.
the whole thing is if he gets to
Well, what
Germany,
would be
it's
ironic
over.
is- yeah. What would be
It's
ironic
over.
is someone would be housing him. They'd be hiding him.
Ah,
Yeah, Hitler, why'd you go all stay in that attic over there?
Ah, come on now.
Hiding enemies of the
Get in
state,
here.
Yes.
Nah, we
You are
got some
hiding.
floorboards we can
Harboring,
take
that's
off.
what it is. He's
We
gonna be
learned it from
harboring.
you.
I
You're
see that you
harboring
are
enemies of the
hiding.
state, yes.
I see that you are hiding some amphibians. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my
hiding-
son's an ad collector. Nah, there ain't nothing
hiding
suspicious about
frog in
that.
his house.
There is
Hmm.
eine Toden in the floor.
Yeah, I know.
This is the fourth house I've gone to, and yet yours is the only one with lily pads.
Oh,
And
that's just part of my
No, it's
son's
a
art
certain-
project. Nah, they ain't nothing suspicious here, sir.
Now
Was? Nine frosch? Nine frosch in house?
Uh,
There is
I know
mysterious, a slimy substance
It
on your
is
floor.
rather
about
interesting.
1 foot away from each other. Almost in a
Your
hopping manner.
sink is disgusting. It hasn't been cleaned in 14 days. And yet, where are the flies?
Hmm.
It's
Damn,
just
dude.
like,
That's this thing.
Oh.
dude.
Yeah,
he's
that's
just like-
3 fingers.
where are the flies?
No,
And
my
they're just
favorite
like-
part is
They stiffen up. They're just like,
oh, is cat got your tongue? Or
You're
maybe
hiding-
have
you're
a
harboring-
frog in your throat?
You are harboring amphibians of the state. Yes.
No, yes, yeah.
Yes, we.
you are harboring the
You
tadpoles,
weep?
yes?
Nine.
You have the
Where are the
tadpoles, yes?
tadpoles?
Where are the tadpoles?
we
Show
do not.
me.
We do not hurt dino bullfrogs, but tadpoles.
They are in the floorboards, yeah?
And frog.
And frog.
And frog.
I knew that was gonna come at some point. And
I
frog.
just wish it was a little. She's Christmas frog. She's just Brazilian frog. Whenever you pass by her floorboards, she's just playing the loudest frog.
Ding 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 ding.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, but it would have to be Frank versions of like 1940s classical pieces. So it'd be
Oh my
like the
God.
remix, like big band music.
Tomorrow belongs to dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. The sun will come out tomorrow. Holy shit! What's up, Berlin?
There's a large Brazilian population in Berlin. I wonder why.
I wonder why. They
I
all
wonder
like some
why.
music.
We all-
LED screen with a
good
giant
people.
like animatronic frog, just like.
We won the war.
everyone-
We
Yeah,
won
wait. This is
the
a
war.
parallel universe.
Where the
Instead of
frog
Death Mouse,
Nazis
we have
won.
Death. We have Death Frog.
Death Frog.
Death Frog.
Death
Death Frog
Frog.
5.
Death Frog. Neinen. I'm Death Frog Neinen.
Frog,
That's
frog
100% what it would
harness.
be.
Guten Morgen, Berlin. It's like, oh my
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen, Berlin.
Oh no, this
Oh,
world
God,
sucks.
this world is
so
terrible.
Norwegian frog
horrible.
metal with founder Frog Fragarnes.
Oh my God.
Frog Fragarnes.
Yep, Frog Vercarnus. Frog Carnus. So stupid.
Dude,
what?
frog,
Now that I'm
Toddler
thinking
World
about it,
sucks.
I think
I
that's
hate
best
the
way-
world.
I think that's the best way to end this episode.
Yeah, I
ever.
think that's good. I think we're
You guys can
fine.
check us out on Instagram at Bay1 Entertainment. You can follow us on TikTok at the same name. You can follow me on Instagram at phil.omf.
You can follow me at nick.bradshaw.20.
You can follow me at _K_Mora.
Mhm. Make sure to check out the content coming out from the Plural Shoe. We got a couple more shoots coming up. A
Yep.
couple little things coming out. Make sure to check out CEO of Millennials on Instagram as well. That's
True.
Coming. We're gonna go shoot
Go
at Luigi's
Taylor.
trial soon.
We're gonna be shooting Luigi. I mean,
Luigi.
not like that.
Not like that. We're gonna be filming him.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing,
But
bing,
thank
bing,
you guys
bing,
so much
bing.
for watching this episode. We will see you guys next week on the BOE Podcast. Thank you again. Bye.